So this battery was dead. I couldn't get no load from it. It would not, it would read 12 volts, but I could not get it to retain a charge under load. And all I did was drained the acid into a 5-gallon bucket. I filled each cell with almost boiling water. So I brought it on my little camp chef there, camp stove. I had the water warming, and it was rainwater, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. Maybe some latent carbonic acid or something from the rain. Anyway, I filled each cell with the rainwater that was really hot, uncomfortably hot to touch, and then I drained that water, and most of the water, actually. And it was obvious, based on how it drained, that there was still some acid in it, so I guess I cleaned off some acid that was still in the battery. Then when I brought it in here to test the voltage, and I had forgotten to test resistance to see if there was a short. Anyway, when I put my meter on there to test resistance, the display was going out. So I switched to voltage, and it had voltage with a tiny bit of water in there. So I had drained it, and obviously it's hard to get out all of the fluid, but I had drained it, and so I was curious about, the voltage, and so I was wondering about the amperage. So I put my load tester on here without putting any more fluid in there, and it had, I think I had 400 amps of load that it went down to. So that's right there, 400. The second went up. So I thought, wow, that's interesting. And then I filled the cells with the old sulfuric acid. Now I let the acid settle overnight, so it's actually pretty clear. All the sulfate, lead sulfate, settled to the bottom. And so I put the acid back in, and I'll show you what the result is. So right here, you can see it's slightly above 12 volts. When I put a load on it, it's about 800 amps. This battery is rated for 1,000 cold cranking amps. So I'm excited to see what will happen after I charge it, because this battery is not charged. So yeah, stay tuned.